What would be your instrument of choice to play if not tuba?
Oh, I've thought long and hard about this if I had my time again. I thought the oboe, but I took a deep thought, looked into the inner realms of myself, and I think cello would be a glorious instrument. Yeah. I regret playing the tuba now. Well, I don't. Oh, this is good. This is good. I know. You're never too old to learn. Yeah, cello.
Do you feel your playing experience has helped your conducting and vice versa?
Absolutely. I don't know. The more playing experience you get, the times I've been counting bars rest as a tuba player and had nothing else to do than to critique the conductor in front of me, it gave me some valuable insight on what to do and what not to do. And then there's a musical side. You learn the music, and then you get a feeling, and you develop an instinct and intuition for how the music should be. So yeah, I think to be a good conductor, you have to be a well-rounded musician, a good player, and have had many playing experiences.
And do you get nervous before playing or conducting a concert?
Oh, good question. Not normally, no. In recent years, conducting, I've got more nervous, not because of the technique of conducting a band or an orchestra, but more with me panicking about what on earth am I going to say to the audience. That's where I get nervous. I never know what's going to come out, and I have naturally said the wrong things. So yeah, that's what I feel nervous more about. So yeah.
What was your first experience of conducting?
Oh, back in the day, back when I was a young lad, all those years ago, my very first experience was I conducted a brass ensemble when I was 16, 15. I was young. I took the reins of a brass ensemble to conduct those magnificent men in their flying machine at the West Road Concert Hall in Cambridge, and that sort of, I got the bug. I didn't think I was any good at the time, but it sort of set the seed, you know. So yeah, that was my first experience.
And what led you? What is your favourite piece to conduct?
Oh, out of all the pieces that I've currently ever conducted. I had as much as the Tame Concert Band have their reservations about the banks of the Green Willow. I don't know why, it's a beautiful piece. That's one of my favourite. But I think, I don't know, the piece where I feel like really revved up inside and connected and feel like the hairs are standing on the back of my neck and my arms is a piece called Resplendent Glory. It's lavish cheese, really. It's a guilty pleasure, but it's such a big, expansive piece of music, and it just gets to your core. It just feels good. So yeah, that's the best.
And what led you to Tame Concert Band?
I'd applied for the army to be a tuba player, but I was medically deferred when I went to their selection. So I found myself doing a desk job in Wendover nearby, and not content with being sat behind a desk and need to keep the music going, I spammed all the amateur orchestras in the area saying, "Hello, this is me. I conduct. I play the tuba. Here I am if you need me." And as it happened, the chair of that person received that email, and Tame Concert Band were going through a bit of a transition period, and they needed a new conductor. So I was invited along, and the rest was history. So I clearly wasn't too rubbish. So yeah.
How do you feel the band has developed since you became MD?
Oh wow.
Together.
Yeah, no, it's all going in the right direction. I remember having 11 members when I first arrived, and you know we have a regular attendance now of 30 members, the sound has just developed. I mean, in part it's because you've got a full band, but it's also people have developed a good sound concept in their head. They've got a good idea of a blend and balance and ensemble, and if you look back a few years ago to where we were, a few years ago I'd never have dreamed that we'd be in this position and playing so well. So we're just moving forward in leaps and bounds. I'm excited to see where we are in 2 years' time, when we'll probably, I don't know, we'll probably be playing at the Albert Hall or something. You know, they will catch wind of our Proms concert, and the BBC will be booking us to do the last night instead. So exciting.
Well, my next question is, where do you see the band and yourself in 10 years' time?
10 years' time? Oh, wow.
Add a few
Oh,
years.
wow. Where am I? Wow, to me in 10 years' time. If I haven't gone stir crazy. No, that sounds very negative. In 10 years' time, I will hope that the south of the UK have heard of the Tame Concert Band. I'm hungry for success for the band. I want us to be in a position where, as soon as people see a poster for a concert, people are like, yeah, that's going to be a good concert. Let's get some tickets to go and see the Tame Concert Band. I hope we'll have a continued engagement with the community. I hope we'll be more active with the local charities. I hope that we start venturing out of Tame and performing, in the towns around Tame. Oxfordshire is a big place. There's plenty of churches and venues that we can perform. So in 10 years' time, I see us being fully cemented and established, and looking to achieving a 50-year anniversary at some point. So, yeah.
Hey. Who has inspired you the most?
Wow. When I was at Trinity College of Music, I had a particularly tough first year. It was one of those delicate years where you come from your local music service, you can play your instrument, and then all of a sudden you are a small fish in a big pond, and you realise there's so many talented people out there, and I was having a bit of a tough time. I felt like I was a rubbish player. I was fortunate enough to be having tuba lessons with a chap called George Wall. He was the tuba player at the Royal Opera House. He kept me grounded. He invited me to the Opera House just to watch operas, do a couple of lessons there with him. He sparked that hunger and curiosity about tuba repertoire, music, opera, and it was just his love and zest for music that enthused me to keep going even when times are tough. Now I'm thinking of someone else. Blimey, I wouldn't even be doing music without my early teachers. We've got Simon Roberts, my first tuba teacher, and then Janet McLeod. Back when I was in year 9, sorry, I'm getting wax lyrical about this now.
It's fine.
Back when I was in year 9, I was deciding whether or not I wanted to do music or drama for GCSEs, and I opted for music. And that was because of Janet McLeod. She said that she got the spark going. She got me thinking, I want to do a career in music. Initially it was, I wanted to be a music teacher. A fantastic music teacher that she was. She was just loved music, and it's one of those. It just highlights how important music education is and having the right teacher. In fact, any teacher, whatever the subject, if that person loves their subject, then the students will probably be enthused and take up a love for that subject. So I owe my love of music initially to Janet McLeod.
And what is the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best bit of advice: don't give up. Don't give up. I've gone through my music career has gone from wanting to be an orchestral musician in a symphony orchestra, to being chamber musician, to being a soloist. And I think particularly when I was wanted to go down the tuba solo route, the odds are heavily stacked against you to go that route. But the one bit of advice I was given is don't give up. The reason why people don't achieve what they want to achieve is because they give up when it gets too hard. And in all walks of life, things get hard. And to quote Winston Churchill, if you're going through hell, keep going. That's the only way you achieve your dreams, is by persevering and just seeing the course, no matter what course that is.
And what is one thing we don't know about you?
The one thing you don't know about me? How long have you got? The one thing I come across as quite a steely person. Well, I guess I come across in a band practice as someone who's got themselves together and completely is confident in what they're doing. But I'm just a big cuddly teddy bear, actually. I have my days where things are tough, but I'm very fortunate enough to be doing a career I love, doing music. And I mean, even doing this little interview right now, I've just had a 2.5 hour drive to get to Tame through horrible weather, through London traffic, and I was feeling pretty downbeat. But I know that as soon as I get in front of Tame tonight, I will just be overcome with joy.